All right, welcome. This is What's Up and About. And we have to start something quite interesting on a very bright note this morning. As for the second time, Nigeria got into the top 20. Okay, top 20. No.
Is it top 20 or top 10?
No, top 20 because
20.
Agbani got for Miss Universe. Agbani was 23rd.
Miss World.
Miss Universe,
Okay, from
which
World.
she didn't win, and then she went for Miss World. Yes, so that's why they
Mikey.
spoke about Chidimma breaking Agbani's record, because Agbani didn't go as high as she went. But Chidimma Adetshina, who, of course, after all the controversy, competed, even though I felt like there was something about her winning, but she was the first, or she is the first runner-up.
Yeah.
Someone said the assistant queen for the Miss Universe 2024. Now, Chidimma, of course, was up against Miss Denmark. Denmark picked up the accolade of the one who was crowned Miss Universe, and Chidimma Adetshina was first runner-up.
Yeah.
It is massive. Out of well over 120 contestants, almost 130. Someone says, when people talk about saying that she lost the crown, no, she won the second place. That's how I look at it. And it's not a case of how full, half empty, because you cannot lose what you don't have. Nemo, that could not happen. You can also not give what you don't have. So she didn't lose. She won second place, and it is massive for me. She has over $100,000 for cash prize.
Yeah, sure.
She would have a 1-year lease on a house somewhere in New York or somewhere, which is the most expensive city to live in. Endorsements back and forth. And this is massive because there was a petition from South Africans, as it were, reportedly, to pull out from the competition, for the competition organizers to disqualify her. And for me, it's full circle moment, and I was quite proud of her.
It was a thing of pride to see her strut that amazing stage and standing, holding her head high, even in the spotlight of adversity that she went through. She even spoke about it when she was asked as one of the top 5. You know, they ask questions of the top 5. And she spoke so well. She talked about being a woman who had experienced adversity and also the joy of representing the black race. You know, she looked stunning, so stunning. It was a moment of pride. You know, I was pleased about the fact that talking about her stunning looks and all of that. She really, there's something Winfrey said when we're talking about this. Of course, Winfrey and Titi have been have been in the industry and all of that, been there, but Winfrey is much more in tune with the industry at the moment. But something she mentioned was that there's something about Chidimma, and I want you to see her. She, at first look, was even better than all the other contestants. At first look, she looked like somebody who could win it. She had the looks, and then she had the brains to match with it. Now, striking.
Yes, exactly. For the Miss Universe, or for this contest, as it were, it's not just about the looks. You know, the brains have to match and all of that. And so a lot of people say she displayed. I didn't watch it when she won Miss Nigeria, but then they said that she displayed all that is needed, or all that was required for anybody to win. And then when she went ahead to win it, it was more or less like trusting in what Winfrey was saying. And I trusted in what she said. And, well, we got to see it on the world stage. At least on the world stage, you would say that there will be no sort of bias in some ways. And, I mean, she's black and all of that. So even if there was a bias, you would think that the bias would be against her. So for her to go up against 130 girls from different nations in the finals, let's talk about the final 5. She was up against Mexico, Peru, some countries that have some very beautiful women.
Colombia.
I mean, when you just look at it and you just think about it and you just see that these women are beautiful. So she was up against these people in the top 5. She went up to the final 2. It could have been her, held hands with the winner and all of that. And then I love when the announcement was about to be made, and they said that if the queen cannot perform her duties, she will be the one to step in and all of that. So for me...
And it's happened before. It's happened before. A few years back, where the queen.
Let's not talk about that one.
No, I'm saying where the queen
definitely
was unable to continue her duties.
To continue her duties and all of that.
Exactly, the assistant queen, as you call it.
The assistant queen. She's now Miss Africa and Miss Oceania. I think yes.
Oceania.
Miss Africa and Miss Oceania. Yeah. Miss Universe Africa and Miss Universe. So No, so she's now the queen of Africa.
Exactly.
Now she find pass for Africa.
Exactly. So in the end, what you're trying to say is, no matter who try to put a cog in the works, no matter, and that actually is a moment of motivation for people, to be honest. No matter how much people are trying to, pull you back or weigh you down, no matter what people say, as long as you just stay focused, your gift is going to make a space for you. In the end, she is gifted. She is talented. She is absolutely beautiful. She looks amazing in clothes, right? And I'm saying amazing in clothes because of the designers and beauty and beauty brands that are definitely going to hop on this. Her skin is pristine, and she represented the country to the best of her ability. The traditional outfit that she wore was labeled Sisieko, and it was so stunning.
Beautiful. Stunning. And this is not to I don't know. This is not to pour to cast aspersions on anybody or to be petty, But I felt a little bit sad that the South African, the lady who won, was unable due to health challenges to compete. You might want to, but you see, for me, for someone to shine, one other person's light doesn't need to dim. That's how I see it. The South African lady could have still competed and done well. So for me, I felt bad that she was unable to do that.
Mike, do we really feel bad though?
Yeah, as on a personal level, because she was. Look,
it was supposed to be the final. Let
me tell you something.
Should I say the final showdown? The final competition was that.
See, let me tell you. It's almost like the same thing happening with the Whiskey and Davido thing. The principals might not necessarily be the ones who started, but you see those people under, the ones that stoke the fire, the ones that pour charcoal, pour petrol. I'm telling you, the FCs and the 30 BGs, when they come and then they start up on something online, and then they poke, and then before you start knowing, each one starts seeing loopholes. It's the ones who stoke the fire. What do we stand to gain antagonizing them? What do we stand to gain? Even if it was just as in the case. We know, I'm not saying that we shouldn't be afraid, but, xenophobia has been quite a major issue. And we know that small things are the ones that trigger these things. People look at it and because of this, what are you doing around my area? Libya, for the Africa Cup of Nations qualifying, we went, the Super Eagles flew there. Now, they stated that they didn't like the way they were treated while here, which was due in parts to what they did, their fault. Now, they treated our Eagles so badly. They were held hostage for over 18 hours, right? And then when all of that was done, when CAF ruled in our favor, do you know what happened? They started arresting Nigerians in Libya. They said that Nigerians, the taxes and levies on Nigerians would pay for their fine from CAF.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is that these things have, in some ways, they cause wars that we don't necessarily need.
True.
So that's what I'm saying.
Very true.
Now, all of us, we can, whether you like it or not, we be one continent. She said she's doing it for Africa.
Yeah, sure. But you remember what happened with the cab hailing services that were under fire during that period? All that because of this. One. It was incredible what happened.
Imagine
some
them
people's
doing that,
livelihoods were affected.
Imagine them doing that now to a cab driver now in Nigeria with the cost of fuel and everything. Imagine you going to somewhere and then someone orders a ride and then you go and then you find that somebody used VPN from another country. Yeah. To that.
I don't even think VPN was necessary then.
It wasn't even necessary.
It wasn't necessary. It was because because as soon as you move from country to country with that app on your phone, you get an introduction.
Ordering from here.
Yes, of course.
So they're ordering from here.
People were ordering food and delivering food to places. Packs of food were being delivered all over in South Africa, and then people will come out and be like, I didn't order this, and affecting people's livelihoods. And in the end, yes, as you said, those things are not necessary. But as it is right now, Chidimma Adetshina has taken the first runner-up position. She is the beauty of Africa, Oceania. She is representing us well.
The second best of the world.
Can't wait to have her come home and talk about the entire experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Winfrey making that happen, eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Of course.
Okay. All right. That's it on What's Up and About. Let's hear your thoughts. Drop it in the comment section. What do you think about all that happened? should we be petty and stroke South Africa? I think a lot of people have gone ahead to do that. I don't know. I don't think it's necessary.
I think online is already doing that.
Yeah, is the crown on her head, because there is actually a crown on her head. Is it? It shows that, hey, come on, now we win this one. All right. We'll take a time and I'll stay with us. We'll be back after this.